Hey, so it was brought to my attention that I haven't done an update in quite a while. My bad. I've been busy. I've been building this workshop area for me to work on guitars, and I don't know, I just have a lot of stuff going on. If I was older, I'd say I've got too many irons in the fire, but hey, I pretend to be young. So, remember I started off at 295. My goal is 195 for now. I wouldn't mind seeing myself get below 195. I believe I was 180 when I got married. But if I can get 195 and go to the gym and turn some of that extra into muscle, then 195 wouldn't be bad at all. But let's see, that was September. I think I started September 25th or something like that of 2021. Today is April 1st. No, this is not an April Fool's video. It just dawned on me it's April 1st. Anyway, it's April 1st, 2022. I went to the doctor today and weighed. I am currently at 220 pounds. So I've lost 75 pounds. That close to that goal. And today I wanted to talk about the pet peeve, the thing that irritates me, and that's when you lie to yourself. You know what you should and shouldn't eat. I know what I should and shouldn't eat. If it comes from a fast food restaurant, you shouldn't eat it. Don't lie to yourself and say, well, if I do this or if I do that, it's not as bad. It's still bad. Look, I can go to Jimmy John's, just get it with no bread, just have them put it on lettuce. That's good. No, that's not good. The meat they use is completely filled with salt, preservatives. It's got all kinds of stuff in it you don't need. It's higher in fat than it needs to be to give it that taste that you like. You know, losing weight isn't easy. And sometimes the hard part is that you have to cook your own food. And if you're going to eat at fast food once in a while, that's fine. But don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to other people. Don't tell everybody, oh, it's fine, I have it on lettuce instead of on a bun. I get a Whopper, but they just put it on lettuce. It's still a Whopper. So there are things you can do that makes it not as bad. Yes, you can get the Whopper on lettuce. You can get it with no mayo and no ketchup. So all it is a piece of meat, lettuce, pickle, onion, and some mustard maybe. Something like that. And that puts it right around, if I remember right, like 340 calories. So compared to just having a whole Whopper sandwich, yeah, that's better. But don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to everybody else and say, oh, but it's good to eat it this. No, it's not good. For one, you're losing the taste. You're losing the flavor that makes it a Whopper, that makes everybody want it. It's still filled with preservatives and all kinds of stuff that you don't need. Just be honest. I'll tell you right now, I don't eat exactly on my diet all the time. If I did, I would probably be another 10 pounds down by now. I have had a Krispy Kreme donut, because I love Krispy Kreme donuts. But I had one Krispy Kreme donut. In the past, I would go get 4 of them or 5 of them. Don't set a dozen donuts in front of me, because that would be a big mistake on your part and mine. So what this lifestyle change that I've been going through has done is it's made me more conscious of what I'm eating. So I understand how much I should eat. If I'm going to have a Krispy Kreme donut, which I'm sure is at least 300 calories, it's a little light, probably weighs 2 ounces. And it's the amount of calories that a whole meal is. If I'm going to have that, then I understand I need to go out and do more walking. I need to do some more exercising. I need to maybe cut down on one of my snacks. Do something to make it kind of fit in. During the first about 50 pounds, I think it was about 55 pounds, I was at 1,200 calories, and I stayed at 1,200 calories, and I was legit on that 1,200 calories. I was not taking shortcuts. I wasn't cheating. You know, I had goals. After I lost 25 pounds, I think it was, I had a taco from Taco Bell. It may not seem like a lot, a taco. But when you haven't had a taco from Taco Bell in a long time, it's a treat. There's no way, you know, just because it's only 150 calories for that crunchy taco, that doesn't mean that crunchy taco is good to eat. It just means it fits in calorie-wise. And as long as you stick to one or two, you're okay. Now, before I started this journey, if I went to Taco Bell or Del Taco, I would get 6 tacos. No doubt, 6 tacos. Figure that math out, 150 calories a piece. 6 tacos, and then you get a drink that's another 300 calories. That was 1,200 calories in one meal. Now I can go to Taco Bell, I can get 2 tacos, a cup of water, and I enjoy the tacos just because it's something I don't get all the time. So I don't try to make the tacos more nutritious. I don't say, oh, well, I'll just scrape everything off the shell and throw away the shell because the shell's the bad part. The shell's not the bad part. There's all kinds of fat in the meat, okay? If you're going to eat something like that while you're on the journey, just be honest with yourself. Eat what it is so you can enjoy the whole flavor. That way you're not a week or two down the road thinking, man, I would like another taco, because you missed part of the flavor. If you're going to have a Whopper, just eat a damn Whopper. Now, if you want to scrape off half the mayo, say, well, you still got some mayo flavor in there. You want to throw away half the bun, but you leave it all together. You have at least half the bun. You have some of the mayo. You get all the different flavors that your brain knows is a Whopper. That way you're not trying to trick your brain. You're not trying to lie to yourself. You're not, when you say stuff to people like, oh, well, this Whopper's fine because I have it with no mayo. I have it with no bun. What? They're laughing inside because they know you're just lying to yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. Just be honest with yourself, and this becomes easier. Because then you're not telling yourself, well, I can't have this and I can't have that. You can have it. Just be conscious about it. Pay attention to how much you're eating. I mean, if you get that Whopper, suppose it's a couple. Husband, wife, wife, whatever situation. It's a couple. They're both on this journey. Both of you go to Burger King. Since I'm talking about Whoppers, go to Burger King. Get a Whopper. Cut it in half. Half of a Whopper, you still get all the flavor. You can still sit there and enjoy what you remembered was so delicious about that Whopper without eating as much. You know, stuff like Subway, Jersey Mike's, or Jimmy John's. I've got all these names swirling around my head. All these places, they're built for taste. They're not built for nutrition. So, you know, if you love Jersey Mike's roast beef sandwich, I'm not telling you don't get one, but they've got different sizes. Just get the mini. Get the mini and enjoy the flavor that you remembered. Because when you're on a diet, which I hate using the word diet because it doesn't end. A diet comes to an end at some point. What I'm doing is a lifestyle change. It doesn't come to an end. It's always going to be this. It's just where I can change it a little bit here and there. But I'm changing the way I think and the way I act when it comes to food. Because when it comes to cooking, I can cook some food that will knock your socks off and you won't want to stop eating. It is that good. But if I plate it for you, then I'm going to plate just the right amount of each item so you can get all the flavor without going ridiculously overboard the way I would back before I started this. You know, I know one of the days that before I started the diet where I was counting my calories, trying to figure out just how much I'm actually eating. One of those days was over 4,000 calories. That's ridiculous. That's just too, that's out there. But that's because I wasn't paying attention to what I was eating. I was just eating. I would eat for boredom. I would eat from depression. I would eat from anxiety. I would eat just for the sake of eating. And now it's a little different. Now I eat with a purpose. You have to eat to live. You can't stand there and go, well, I just can't eat anything. You can eat stuff. There's lots of stuff you can eat. You know, like what I'm doing is mostly like healthy choice and lean cuisine meals. There's other brands, but those are the two main brands. I think the Smart Ones is what my breakfast is. Smart Ones. You know, I eat mostly those meals because I think the smallest calorie-wise was 180 calories. And I stick below about 350. So 180 to 350, somewhere in that range is what most of those meals are. The breakfast is 190 calories. There's not a lot of calories there. But that leaves you leeway. If you have the Smart Ones breakfast at 190 calories, and then there's a salad for lunch. All right, you make a salad. I like to have some kind of protein on my salad, so I use a can of tuna. A can of tuna is about 100 calories. That's 4 cups of lettuce, which is a big bowl of lettuce, is 40 calories. That's not much. Peppers are a 0-calorie item. So I throw pepperoncinis and I throw jalapenos. Try to avoid stuff like cheese. Cheese is just empty calories. If you're going to put cheese on, just put a little sprinkle so you kind of get that flavor. But you can make a salad that's right about 300 calories with some light dressing on it. So now you've got a 190 calorie breakfast. You've got a 250, 300 calorie lunch. And then you look in the fridge and there's I think it's called basil pesto chicken. That meal, once again, is about 190 calories. You're looking at what, 700 calories from those 3 meals. That leaves you open. If you're doing 1,200, you're doing 1,400. That leaves you open so your other 2 meals, because you're supposed to eat 5 times a day, those other 2 snack periods, maybe you want to go to Taco Bell and grab 2 tacos for one of them. It's not a problem. That puts you at 1,000 calories. That still leaves you 200, 300, 400 calories, depending on which calorie count you're looking at, to have your other snack. You see, just be conscious about what you eat. Don't lie to yourself about what you eat. For God's sakes, don't lie to me. I'm here. I know what's going on, how it feels to go from almost 300 pounds down to 220, dropping size after size. I mean, the shorts that I'm wearing, you can't really see them, but yeah, the shorts I'm wearing are 32 waist. I was 42 when I started. I've lost 10 inches in my waist. It's unbelievable. This shirt is a 2X. I was in a 4X, but you can see it's still fairly loose. I could easily go to an XL if I wanted to, or I don't think I'm in a large yet, but I could go to an XL with absolutely no problem. But I like this shirt. I like the way it fits. I like loose shirts. That's fine. But I've made a lot of progress, and part of that is because I stopped lying to myself. If you try to trick yourself, it's not going to work. You cannot trick yourself. And you think you might be tricking the people around you when you say stuff like, yeah, but I had to make the sandwich with no meat, or with no bread. I just had it all put on lettuce. People are kind of laughing at you. Because yes, bread is bad for you, and especially if you're diabetic. You really should be avoiding the bread anyway. It has nothing to do with losing weight. But if you're on this journey, like the first year of a lifestyle change is not easy. And your brain is still remembering how good that Jimmy John's sandwich was. I can't remember which one I used to always have. Vito? I think it was a Vito. Anyway, I used to love that sandwich. Well, if I go to craving Jimmy John's really bad, I'm not going to go to Jimmy John's go, okay, now here's what I want you to do. Take it, put a pile of lettuce in a bowl or a wrapper or whatever, throw the meat on there and the cheese and put this sauce and that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to enjoy the sandwich. I'm just going to get a small one. It's perfectly fine. I don't know how many calories are on that. I haven't looked at that. But suppose it's 400 calories. So what? You're over 100 calories on it. Who cares? 100 calories, give or take, is no big deal. That's not going to make or break your diet. That's not going to make or break your weight loss. That's not going to change who you are. Don't feel guilty because you went over 100 calories. It's not necessary. Because your ultimate goal is to lose weight. So if you try to be too strict on it, it's not going to work. This isn't just you. This is everybody. Everybody will tell you the same thing. Anybody who's ever said, I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to use this diet or that diet, and this fad is going around, and that fad is going around, every one of them will tell you, I missed eating this, or I missed eating that. I missed pizza. But you know what? You don't have to go buy, a large pizza at Pizza Hut. That's another mentality thing. Well, it's cheaper if I just buy this large pizza, because why am I going to pay $4 for this one slice of pizza over here? I can go to Pizza Hut and get a whole pizza for just $10. You're also getting all those extra calories. That pizza's not going to sit in your fridge for 3 or 4 days while you break it down and eat one piece here and one piece there. We both know that. That's lying to yourself to think that's going to happen. So, even though economically it's cheaper to go to Pizza Hut and buy that one large pizza, it's better if you're going to have a piece of pizza to just go somewhere that sells by the slice. I'll tell you, an awesome pizza, you may not think a truck stop would have awesome pizza, but the Flying J, if you're going to get a piece of pizza, make it one that's worth eating. The Flying J has a absolutely delicious piece of pizza. Now that one piece is like 600 calories. But if you're going to go overboard, if you're going to get a piece of pizza, make sure it's one that your brain will remember that was delicious and that filled that void. And you can remember next month, oh yeah, I had that piece of pizza. So it hasn't been that long since I've had pizza. That was good. What's my treat this month going to be? I'd like to say spaghetti, but there is no way I could justify spaghetti. That just has way too many carbs. And So I can't justify spaghetti. That's one of the only things that I would have to say is probably a no-no on my list. I haven't had it since I started this diet, and I'm probably not going to have it again. Figure tomatoes are high for a vegetable. Yeah, it's not really a vegetable. It's actually a fruit, but we consider it a vegetable. Most Americans. It's pretty high in sugar. Then you got the pasta that's just nothing but carbs. So, I don't know, I avoid that one. But, come up with what your favorite foods are. When your brain is telling you, I need to have Carl's Jr., set it up so you can have Carl's Jr. Don't lie to yourself and say there's a way that I can make Carl's Jr. nutritious, because you can't. Anybody that tells you can, they're just pulling your leg. So, just enjoy the food. You're going to have the need to eat stuff that doesn't really fit into the diet. You're going to have the need to have a piece of cheesecake. If you go to Walmart, you can get a little sliver piece of cheesecake. They sell it over in the cake department, where they have the cakes and donuts and all that crap that we shouldn't be eating. If you go look in the cooler section, they have these little sliver pieces of cheesecake. That little piece is not so bad on calories. It's fine to have that as a snack, as long as you're conscious of what you're eating. It's all about knowing what you're eating, and knowing that just because I want a Whopper, I don't have to eat a Whopper for lunch, a Whopper for dinner, and then tomorrow go have another Whopper. No, just have half a Whopper. Share it with your loved one. Or if you want to eat the whole Whopper, eat the whole Whopper. Just don't lie to yourself. Always be true to yourself. Don't listen to other people. This could include me. But don't listen to other people who will tell you what to eat. It's easy to know what to eat. Look at the calories. Number 1, calories in, calories out. Look at the calories. If you're diabetic, definitely keep track of the carbs. If you cut carbs, you cut calories. They work together hand in hand. So, depending on where you're at in your journey, maybe you want to watch the fat content more than you want to watch the calories. Because you can have a ton of salad, not just, lettuce, but all the other toppings and vegetables and stuff you put on it. You can have a big pile of that and go over your calories. A salad isn't calorie free. Tomatoes have calories, onions have calories, everything pretty much has calories except jalapenos. Jalapenos, you burn more calories eating them and digesting them than what they actually contain. So, that's easy. But you can ruin a salad with too many calories. So, no matter what you eat, it can put you over. It doesn't have to, because you're in control. You can do this. I know you can do this. If I could do this, I've lost 75 pounds. It just boggles my mind, because, if I look at the old videos when I first started this, or if I look at old pictures from before I started this, then I can see it. I can see that I've lost the weight. If I accidentally put on an old shirt that's in the closet, not thinking about it, and then I look down, I'm going, holy cow, I can see a big difference. But if I'm just standing there looking in the mirror, I have trouble seeing it. So I need people that are around me to tell me, wow, how much have you lost? Like I had a manager at work, I think it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. This manager at work walked into the break room when I was in there getting some water out of the water filter thing. And he stopped and he looked at me, because it'd been a while since he'd seen me. I said, how much weight have you lost? Are you okay? He's used to me being a big guy. I told him I lost 75 pounds. Actually, no, at that time I think I told him 70 because I hadn't checked recently. But yeah, he was amazed. He was amazed. So when stuff like that happens, you know, when another guy at work who is from another country looked at me and told me I have a beautiful body. It's a little language barrier thing in there, but I understood what he was saying. I understood what he meant. That made me feel good. Stuff like that lets me know I'm succeeding. And you know what? I'm going to keep succeeding. And I know you're going to succeed. All you have to do is just have faith in yourself. Remember, you can do this. Remember, calories in, calories out, and just balance it out. Be conscious and don't lie to yourself. Because it's easy to lie to yourself. It's not so easy to lie to me. I know the truth. Let me know down below if you're on this journey, or you can send me an email if you'd like to. sexybeastjourney@gmail.com. Or, you know, if you know me on Facebook, you can send me a message on Facebook. But I got faith in you. If I can do this, I know you can do this. Especially if you don't have as much weight to lose as me, I know you can do it. If you need someone to hold your hand and talk you through it, contact me. If you need moral support, you need someone to tell you you're doing great, contact me. I'm not good at lying, so I will tell you the truth. Don't be afraid of the truth, though. Truth doesn't always have to hurt. Alright. And this video has been quite long. I'm trying to see the number on the camera. I can't even see it. It's too far away. Anyway. I'm sure this video is too long. You're probably already gone by now. But hey, if you made it to this point, put a hi down in the comments so I know somebody actually made it to this point. Okay, I'm gonna go. I got stuff to do. I got guitars to work on and stuff to break. I'm good at breaking stuff. I'm breaking a record. I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. I'll see you on the Sexy Beast journey.